He's here again. Reproductive plan. And he's the one who likes all our pretty songs. And he likes to sing along. And he likes to shoot his gun. But he knows not what it means. Knows not what it means. And I say, he's the one who likes all our pretty songs. And he likes to sing along. And he likes to shoot his gun. But he knows not what it means. Knows not what it means. And I say, yeah. Some more. Nature is a whore. Bruises on the fruit, tender age in bloom. And he's the one who likes all our pretty songs. And he likes to sing along. And he likes to shoot his gun. But he knows not what it means. Knows not what it means. And I say, he's the one who likes all our pretty songs. And he likes to sing along. And he likes to shoot his gun. But he knows not what it means. Knows not what it means. And I say, yeah. Who likes all our pretty songs. And he likes to sing along. And he likes to shoot his gun. But he knows not what it means. Knows not what it means. And I say, he's the one who likes all our pretty songs. And he likes to sing along. And he likes to shoot his gun. But he knows not what it means. Knows not what it means. And I say, yeah.
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for the subject line. Please welcome to the stage your host, Jordan Quattlebaum.
Come on, Sam, make some noise. I want to... 654. You fucking idiot. Subject line. Make some noise. This is your first time here at a subject line show. Make some noise. Oh. Well, if you don't know what this show is about, I'm your host, Jordan. And this is a little show I created where each different show has a different topic. And all the comics have to stay on that topic. So, like, we've done one about love. We've done one about depression. And I thought we can mix it up a little bit. And this one's only one-liners. You guys are familiar with one-liners? They're only allowed to say jokes within a sentence or two, right? Got to keep those punches going. Some of them are going to be wacky and weird. Some of them are going to be dark. I'm just mentioning my set. So I'm just warning you guys for that. So I hope you guys are in for some, like, fucking jokes. Oh, thank you for that. Are you guys ready? You guys want to, I'm going to start off with a fun gag my mom taught me. Thank you. Only one guy like that. Did your mom teach you that too? You know what I don't understand is why is it called pleasing a woman if they never say thank you after? Me and my fiance, we do a lot of things differently when we have sex. Like, we don't call it 69ing at my house. We call it 65ing because she has scoliosis. Hey, every time I tell that joke, she looks at me sideways. But what'd you say? Oh, I get popped all the time. That's why my head looks this way. Here's an even stupider one. If I ever did gay porn, my name would be Toledo. That way, whenever you saw my butthole, you'd say, "Holy Toledo." Here's a fun one. What do you call it when you get your dick sucked by a crackhead? Crackhead. He's had his dick sucked by a crackhead. Too experienced. I was walking down the road the other day, and this car with girls came up, and they just yelled out, "Damn, boy, you got cakes." And then they drove off. And I didn't know what that meant. So I went up to my fiance. She was pissed about it. She goes, "Babe, they're trying to say you have ass." I was like, shit, I didn't know I had booty like that, you know? Like, but me being a comedian, I started overthinking it. Like, I was like, if my butt was a cake, what flavor would it be, you know? You ever think of that, sir? Yeah. What flavor of cake would your ass be? Vanilla? You fucking basic bitch. We need some double chocolate up in there. See, I said mine would be a wedding cake because it's big and white and no one wants to eat it. Relatable. By a show of dicks, who here has erectile dysfunction? Raise them up. Okay. You're being too honest, sir. You know, it's known as erectile dysfunction, but the more scientific term is Down syndrome. I told that joke at a club, and this guy came up to me like super mad, like, "Hey, man, my son has Down syndrome." I was like, "Don't tell people that. That's gross. Don't tell people that." I'm kidding. All jokes. It's dark, okay? Here's another dark one. Abortion clinics can be so rude. I think they should at least... Why'd you make that face, man? I didn't even get there yet. I'm on your side here. All I'm saying is they don't give you nothing after an abortion, not even a lollipop. They should at least give you, like, a bumper sticker. Like, you know those baby on board stickers? Instead it could say baby overboard. My mom didn't want to be one of those typical stay-at-home moms who make sandwiches for her husband. So she went out and got a job at Subway. Again, they're going to be dumb, guys, and dark. I told you. Like, for example, my grandmother suffers with dementia, right? So I bought her one of those memory foam mattresses. Problem solved. People who love beds get that job. I was told that I looked like a whore the other day, and I didn't let it get to me. I just turned the other cheek since I'm so damn good at it. I just love the it's like we're disappointed. Yeah, that's the point of these one-liners. Zingers, that's how it is. Here's a bad one. Life hack. Who here likes candles? Anyone? I'm going to show you guys how to get free candles. All you have to do is murder a child on the street corner. Then all you have to do is play the waiting game. Here's a fun fact. I was actually touched by my t-ball coach when I was younger. I know it's sad, but the more sad thing is I didn't make the team. If you guys think about it, he had plenty to go off with. Jesus Christ. You guys are going to hell. If you think about it, if you were homeschooled and you got molested, that would make it a private school. All right, I'm going to get off the dark stuff. Here's some stupid ones. I don't like fun-sized candy. Who here likes fun-sized candy? I don't like it. You want to know why? When have you ever been eating a fun-sized candy and been like, wee, Yeah, wee, it's fun, I'm going to do 2 more and we're going to get this show on the road, guys. I really don't like that men, you ever notice if you ever scare like men, they always get angry. That's like their first response. Like you just be like, boo, and they're like, bitch, fuck you, motherfucker, I think what I'm trying to say is my dad was scared of being a father. Guys, pussy is like a permanent marker. If you leave it out too long, it's going to dry up, and you smell it when you know you're not supposed to. I know. If you wanted to, I can make the joke about a highlighter. That way you can see what I'm saying. Last one. Did you guys know, fun fact, that Hitler wasn't a fan of voodoo? Did you know this? He was very scared of voodoo because he was scared of bad jujus. All right, guys. Are you guys ready for some work tonight? Make some noise. We got plenty of comics coming up. A lot of these guys have some great stuff, unlike mine, but that's fine. We got to come up here, do our shit, So you guys ready for your first comic of the night? Make some noise. Come on, let them hear it. That's what I'm talking about. First comic coming up. She's super funny, super hilarious. Please get up loud and proud for Jessica, ladies and gentlemen.
Saturday Stab, how y'all doing? Fucking right. My name is Jesse James. Unlike the original outlaw, I am not a cold-blooded killer. But make no mistake, I am packing. You may know me by some of my pseudonyms. The Peacock with the Shecock. The comic slut that can bust a nut. The gender fluid comedian that drives on both sides of the median. By the way, you guys, feel free to join in. These are easy. I mean, the drag queen of Sting, the husky chick with the 7-inch. Point is, this is low-hanging fruit. Like my balls. But honestly, how many do I have to dangle in front of you? I went to school with a guy that had only one nut. We used to call him half sack or uniballer. He was real sensitive about it too. He didn't like it at all. If you said anything, he'd go flying off half cocked. It really fucking piss him off today? The fact that even though I'm a woman now, I'm still twice the man he is. That reminds you guys, I gotta apologize. I decided not to tuck tonight. I gotta be honest. It fucking sucks to tuck. Last time I did it, my balls were so far up my ass. How far were they? I'm referring to them as Ben and White. They used to be Lefty and Bob. All right, enough ball talk. I just found out I'm a superhero. No shit. Apparently, I'm an X-Man. Speaking of superheroes, Marvel star Jeremy Renner is back in the news after his New Year's Day snowplow accident that nearly killed him. He's going to be okay, but he's got to make some lifestyle changes. For example, not getting plowed for years. State of Montana is banning TikTok. When government officials were asked if this is because of a perceived security risk, they said no. TikTokers are just fucking annoying. Oh, and the British royals. They're in the news too. Fucking what? Seriously, they're just rich, overprivileged. Their social and political status is purely celebrational. Basically, they're the ugly British version of the Kardashians. Speaking of the Kardashians, do you guys know the difference between Kim Kardashian's cooch and a Tesla? There's only one chick driving a Tesla. Yeah. What does Kim Kardashian's cooch have in common with a snare drum? They both get tapped repeatedly. If Kim Kardashian were an animal, what would she be? A baboon. Because she's not evolved and her ass is black and blue. Oh, all right. I digress. I'm verklempt. Let's see, one-liners. Oh, I had this one I wanted to tell you guys about flying under the radar, but I don't know. I still think it's over your heads. Aren't you two guys cute? Did you guys come together for the show? Yeah, no. Well, here's the important question. Are you going to come together after the show? Oh, God. Let's see, what the hell was I going to say next? Well, I started taking estrogen. And wow, I feel bitchier already. I can't wait for the part when I get to be right all the time. But seriously, I'm like on this fucking double-ass dose of this shit. I have reached a whole new level of uber bitch. I call it permanent menstrual syndrome. But it's okay. I get upset. I called my doctor. She said, basically, you're going through puberty. So now while all my contemporaries are sliding into retirement, I'm essentially a tween. But hey, it makes sense. It explains why I was so upset when I couldn't get Taylor Swift tickets. But there's some good stuff. My body's starting to change. I'm looking less and less like a big old masculine bodybuilder and more like a female bodybuilder. But I tell you, there's things women can get away with that men can't. Just the other day, I used my feminine wiles to get out of a ticket. Guy pulls me over and I cried and cried and cried. And when that didn't work, I gave him a handy. I'm going to share a little secret with you guys. Shh. Sometimes when I'm in the ladies' bathroom, just for shits and giggles, I like to leave the seat up. I know, it's fucking bad, isn't it? Actually, the last place you want to get outed is the ladies' bathroom. Which is why before I urinate in the ladies' stall, I always make sure to put my shoes on backwards. Think about it. I came out to my parents the other day, you guys. Not about being trans, about being a comedian. Needless to say, they were mortified. Being the good Jewish parents they are, though, I knew what would get them. I said, Mom and Dad, I make like $200 an hour. They're like, oh, my they. What I didn't tell them, though, is I only get paid in 7-minute increments. That being said, you guys, let's give it up.
Go for gentlemen. Look. So happy my mom can make it tonight. I'm so happy about that. All right. You guys ready to keep this show going? Hell yeah. No, it didn't sound like it. You guys fucking ready? Let him hear it. That's what I'm talking about. This next guy coming to the stage. Super funny, super hilarious. Please get it loud and proud for Daniel, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it.
Thank you very much, everybody. First and foremost, let's get a round of applause for your wonderful host, everybody. All right, now it's time to talk about things. This is something that's been really pissing me off lately. I don't know how the fuck they keep getting away with it, but the birds are not having sex with the bees. Another thing. Next thing. When I was younger, I wanted to be a rabbi. It wasn't necessarily on account of religious reasons. I just wanted to circumcise babies. Okay, alright, back. This is another thing that's been grinding my gears lately. 101 is too many goddamn Dalmatians. How do they take care of that many? Okay, alright, next thing. I read an article last night. It was about a 30-year-old man, or 30-year-old man. For his entire life, he'd eaten nothing but boxed mac and cheese. Which really makes you wonder, you know? Imagine how accomplished he would be had he invested that much time into a different craft. That's a goofy one. Alright. Oh man, this is stupid. That was funny. Alright, this is also quite a stupid joke. I don't understand why they put fish eggs on sushi. You know, if only they would wait to let them hatch, there would be so much more sushi. Oh, man. I think the people who invented butter knives just made really dull knives, but decided to sell them anyway. Okay, this is something that has kept me deep in thought lately. I've been pondering very much. Do you think the national anthem is offensive to the blind folks? Oh, say, can you see? No. Okay. All right. That's fair. Hitler, man. Being around Hitler when he had a cold must have been pretty confusing, you know? Just out of nowhere. Man, when I was younger, I had a job as a crossing guard, but shortly thereafter, I was arrested for human trafficking. Okay, people always have very cool ass words like Genghis Khan, for example. He got stabbed right before he died. He said to his son, "I've conquered a large empire, but my life was too short to conquer the world. That I leave to you," which is beautiful. If I got stabbed, mine would be ouch. That hurts. Okay, that's fair. Never understood the immovable object meets unstoppable force. Just go around. That's fair. That's a pretty stupid one. It doesn't get much better from here. Okay. I don't like Amber Alerts. I think they have a deceiving name, you know. Every time I get an Amber Alert, my first reaction is, oh, that's my favorite color. Child has been abducted. Okay, alright. I hate when people say, like, I hate when people are looking for someone and they can't find it. They say, I looked everywhere. If you had looked everywhere, you would have found it. Like, I don't even think you can look everywhere. If you were to look everywhere, you would need a spaceship in many years. That's fair. I shouldn't have tried to pull that tag off. Okay. All right. I never understood what I said. First and foremost. I think they should say first and second most. Okay. All right. Okay. I aborted that halfway through. Oh, man. Oh, man. They say we were all created in the image of God. Unless you were a clone. Then you were created in the image of the previous guy. All right. Joseph Mengele, we're going to continue with the Nazi theme here a little bit. He was an interesting fellow. He went by the Angel of Death. Are you guys familiar with Joseph Mengele? And he was a horrible, horrible man. He did many very bad things. He did unethical experiments on Jewish children in concentration camps. You know, the Angel of Death. He would cut their eyes out and swap them. He would do terrible, massive surgery on them and not use any anesthetic whatsoever. You know, the Angel of Death. I don't know about you. This might be a bit of a controversial opinion. This guy was no angel. Oh boy. Okay. You know, I hate when people like stumble into a religion. They go, I found Christianity. You didn't find Christianity. You knew about it previously. It's not like you were walking around one day and you went, oh yeah, Jesus. That's a guy that you can worship. Okay. I'm a big fan of air hockey. That's why I can't get into regular hockey. The lack of oxygen makes it quite difficult to breathe. Oh, man. All right. We'll transition to some shit jokes. I feel like this is exactly what this audience needs right now. If you think about it, the human body is just a really gross sausage maker that sometimes makes soup. I said it was gross. It was pretty disgusting. But yeah, we're gonna continue with that theme moving forward. I had to go to the bathroom in IKEA, right? So I did, but for some reason I wouldn't flush because I shit in a model toilet. That's what happened. You know, I think they actually don't have model toilets for that exact reason. But okay, all right. This is, you guys know this saying, a watched pot never boils. Yes, okay. Good call and response. All right. You know, this watch Bible. The fellow who said that did not watch long enough. I actually, I tried it out. I tried it both ways. You know, when I watched the pod, it took about 5 minutes. When I didn't watch the pod, I don't know how. That's fucking stupid. Okay. I feel bad. Some of these aren't very one-liney. All right. I was watching a movie last night, and they were killing a guy. You know, in court, they go, "You'll be hung by the neck until dead." My question is, why do we have to make that distinction? Do they hang a guy until orgasm? When I was coming up with that joke, I was really analyzing the process of a man being hung. I think the reason they tie your hands behind your back is so you can't jack off. Okay, all right. Another thing that I've been thinking about lately, this is kind of a fun fact. It costs $100 to register as a sex offender. Not quite sure what to do with that. Like, could I just go to the DMV with $100, get my name on the list? Or do I need to bring a weeping child? Okay, hold on. All right, on the other side of the coin, is there still just one pedophile hanging out somewhere like, I don't have the money? You guys didn't like that. Basically, my point being, if you're going to molest a kid, make sure you are broke. And with that, the show is going to continue. Please keep clapping for your very wonderful host, Jordan Qualbaum, everybody.
Keep it going for my son, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel. I give it up for Daniel. All right. To keep up the theme with one-liners, I thought it'd be great if I did some impressions in between each comedian until the end. So I'm going to do one impression each time. So here's my first impression, and we're moving along. Here's my impression of Yoda from Star Wars eating a sandwich. Thank you. You guys ready for your next comedian? Nah, come on. Are you guys ready? Make some noise. Please get up. Ladies and gentlemen, let him hear it. Yes.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Best choreography you're going to see all night right there. You saw the moves. This is Magic Mike XXL, the open mic. My dancer name is Channing Tatum. That's me. So the first one-liner is for the ladies of Sacramento. Hey, ladies. Hey. If you've got a vagina, no offense. And I know a lot of you do. And you also have a boyfriend or husband who drives a Prius. Mathematically speaking, you have two pussies. You have two pussies. See, I don't care if that gets laughs. I wrote that 10 years ago. That joke is electric. It's still on. LOL. OMG. HIV. Any letters you could just say. See, HIV gets a giggle in Sacramento. That kills in Africa. Sorry, that was sick. I'm going to write a vaccine. I'm going to write a vaccine for that joke. One-liners, loving it. So I spent my entire 20s trying to find the perfect cocaine joke. Turns out it was under my nose the whole time. See, that might not make you laugh, but it will make you snort. See what I'm doing right there? Yes. That's a good one. That's a Coke classic. It is. If I took that out of my act, it'd be a Coke Zero. But everything is great in moderation, so we're just going to call that a Diet Coke, just for the taste of it. Just for the taste of it. Love it. Well, true story, I'm going to be filming my first comedy special in Oakland, August 1st. Thank you. At Yoshi's Historic Jazz Club. But I've kind of always wanted to film my first comedy special at the Special Olympics. It would be a very special. I just bus people in, very small buses. Yeah, the short bus. The comedy would be mediocre, but the parking, amazing. You know, my biggest complaint about tonight's show, not enough Hitler jokes. Not enough. Is there ever? There aren't. But true story, the first time I ever did stand-up, and this wasn't planned for tonight, I was 14 years old as a school talent show, and I closed the show with an impression of Hitler doing stand-up. So I'm going to bring that thing back right here. This is my impression of myself doing an impression of Hitler in 1997. Why don't my friends take me to Taco Bell? Because they know I have killer gas. Thank you, that joke killed. 6 million Jews, that's how many. That joke killed. Oh my God, just bam, knee slapper. Chris Brown, Rihanna's face right there. Oh, loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. So jobs, that's something some of us have in here. In economic news, fun times, I found out that the average price of an American-made blow-up doll has gone up 65% since the pandemic. Yeah. You know why? Inflation. Sorry, I feel like I let the air out of the room with that one. So fuck it. That's what you do with an inflation. You fuck it. You take it to it that way. So when I'm doing comedy, I like to use words. That's what I like to use as my my vehicle for these jokes. And I found out recently that dictionaries are sexist. That's right. They always put bros before hoes. I don't like that. We need to hashtag me to the alphabet, alphabetical order. Coming back. It's coming back. I am married. Sorry, ladies. But I do most of my stand-up in San Francisco, so sorry, fellas. Hey. I'm saying I know my market, and it's south of Market. I do very well. I make loins tender in the tenderloin. It's what I do. Specialize in that. But my wife, you guys, she's a biracial angel. She's half Filipina and half Caucasian. So she's half Manila, half vanilla. It's a good mix. Tasty little treat. Now her white side is Italiano, like a good gelato. But I kind of wish it was Czechoslovakian. Because then she'd be Chex Mix, and that's just delicious. Pretzels and pussy, good combo, good combo. Take that on a hike, I will. But the OGs will say that comedy is when tragedy meets time. So early on in the pandemic, my wife was diagnosed with Filipino breast cancer. That's right. I was feeling her breast, and there's a lumpia. It's all right, you guys served it with rice. It was delicious. It was delicious. Now, I don't mean to play the rice card, but as a white man, I think that white rice is a little bit tastier than brown rice. Does that make me racist? I don't know. Don't get steamed. Steamed white rice joke. Going against the grain. That's what I'm doing. No, but not to brag about where my career is going. I've been doing comedy 20 years. Thank you. My career can almost drink. One more year. But this last year, I was hired for my first nationwide television commercial. Yeah. I was hired as the lead, the Lothario, the star of a dandruff shampoo ad. Now, I'm not supposed to tell you which company it's for, but let's just say that they're head and shoulders above the competition. So I feel every set of eyeballs right now staring at this luscious salt and pepper scalp. Thinking where we can see this bad boy on the small screen. Sadly, you won't. Because the night before the commercial, you guys, I got so drunk, I didn't show up for the dandruff ad. I flaked. Sorry, was that too dry? I feel like that was too dry. If you feel like a pimp, go and brush your shoulders off. Ladies are pimps too, go and brush your shoulders off. It's Hove. Yes, so I want to do some more of the one-liner stuff, because that's the theme of the show. I did that one that killed. Oh, food. Anybody here like food? Yeah, food is delicious. Fun fact, I found out this year that the first fast food restaurant in Israel celebrated its 40th anniversary. There's a Burger King in the Holy Land that was opened 40 years ago. Yes, we did it! And their motto is, have it Yahweh. That was a chosen one. It really was. Chose that one. All right, well, anyway, this is a series of one-liners. I don't know about you guys. I had a New Year's resolution. I've been able to keep to it so far. I resoluted to stop joking about religion on stage. I don't joke about Islam anymore because I'm afraid those jokes are going to bomb. Sorry. That one usually brings down the house. Both towers. Sorry. No, Allah, actually. Sorry, that's an inside job. Joke! It's an inside joke! I don't joke about being Catholic anymore. It's not like my material to rub people the wrong way. Mm-hmm. Hashtag priests. Hashtag little boys. Hashtag. Shh. These are my confessions. Right there. I just ushered in that joke. Usher! That's what I did. Now, you guys have been beautiful. I'm going to leave you this, my mantra, if you will. Wise words of wisdom. Beauty, much like semen, is often found in the eye of the beholder. Yes. And I hope you've all come to see Great Night of Comedy. I've been Charlie. You've been audience. Have a great night.
Good for Charlie, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for my uncle, ladies and gentlemen. We have to still invite him to the cookout, okay? All right. Next impression. This is my impression of a judge in a courtroom full of dickheads. All rise. Thank you. Are you guys ready for your closer of this night? Make some noise. That's what I'm talking about. This dude, fucking beast on stage, man. Please get up loud and proud for Rob, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it. Come on now.
I recently lost 80 pounds, everybody. Yeah, my anorexic daughter died last week. Last night I enjoyed a hot and tasty cobbler, and when I was through, he gave me a free pair of shoes. Last week I got a deep tissue massage, and I don't know if he was legit. He just laid on the table, he just shoved a Kleenex up my ass. Thank you. I saw a show on Netflix. It's a show where they get really cute, adorable, fluffy animals that are dead, and they try to figure out what it is that killed them. It's called Autopsy, so hope check it out. Yeah. The way here, I saw the cops pulled over a drunk mariachi singer. They charged him with a DUI. I went to a funeral where they had a mariachi band playing, and they were wearing sombreros. I got a special place in my heart for cholesterol. I opened up a combination steakhouse and sperm bank. Yeah, it's called Jizzler. Charlie was working there. I had to fire him for drinking on the job. Pink Floyd, 70s rock legends Pink Floyd, they just opened up a chain of glory holes. Yeah, it's called Another Dick in the Wall. But I once was invited to have a threesome with sexy Vietnamese twins, and we were a little reluctant to go ahead with it, but it turned out to be a win-win situation for everybody involved. I read that Tai Chi can help you with your dyslexia, but I had 4 glasses of that shit. It didn't help one bit. The Make-A-Wish Foundation, they should probably change their name to, what's your second wish, kid? I paid off my car today, so keep quiet about that hooker. My college roommate in the dorm was a Japanese wrestler that used to scream while he masturbated. Yeah, he graduated summa cum laude. You know, in Italy, big pharma is just a really large farm. Ivory Coast is my favorite country in Africa, named after 2 bars of soap. I have a friend who thinks he's better than me just because he's got a ton of piercings. I'm sick of his holier-than-thou attitude, you know? You know, they did a survey and they found out that 60% of people prefer the sound of Star Wars blasters to Star Wars phasers. That's according to a study done by the Pew Pew Research Center. I read a newspaper from London. Mob violence is out of control there. I read today this angry mob beat a dude within 2.54 inches of his life, centimeters of his life. Fuck. I had a job interview. They asked me, what's your biggest weakness? And I was probably a little too honest. I said, redheads with cleavage freckles. I don't like most anime. Just saying. I also don't like making blanket statements, but I hate Afghans. I started a ride-share service for potatoes. Yeah, it's called Potato Uber. Last Christmas, my wife says I should patronize local businesses, so I called up several of them and said, that's really cute, you think you're making a difference. Some people don't like birth control because they said it tastes funny. But in my experience, I find it to be delicious. I saw on the news this woman with no arms was fired from her job as a gynecologist. Yes, boss said she was pussyfooting on the job too much. Get that image out of your head. I went to a conjunctivitis support group. There wasn't a dry eye in the house, folks. I haven't masturbated in 7 weeks. Yeah, I don't know why. I just haven't been feeling myself lately. After a show, a lady came up to me and goes, "Hey, if you go back to my hotel room with me, it'll be like dining at a fine restaurant." She was right. Unfortunately, that restaurant was Joe's Crab Shack. Her pussy was full of crabs in that joke. My uncle is dating a horse. A little shocked at first, but it's the first stable relationship he's had in years. For the show, Jordan says, "Hey, no jokes about eating ass." That's fine. I guess you guys don't appreciate tongue-in-cheek humor. I hired a landscaper to work on my property, and he came in the house and turned all the pictures sideways. I wrote a college paper on the best docks in San Francisco. It's still under peer review right now. Anybody here go to an escape room before? Yeah, that's a real frustrating way to spend your Friday night. You could have stayed home and argued for free. You didn't need to spend $50 for that, right? I went to an escape room, and it was an escape room for depressed people. And I walked inside. It was just a bottle of vodka and a razor blade. And a video of this comedy set. Give it up for Jordan for putting this show together here tonight, and all the comics you've seen. Jordan was very nervous. He had so much anxiety before, like, are people going to show up? I don't know. And he's pacing back and forth, and I wanted to take his mind off. Remember this? I said, get your mind off your anxiety. Let me ask you, if you could go back in time, something fun here. If you can go back in time, remember this? And you go back in time and have sex with any famous historical figure. Who would it be? And Jordan says, you know what, Robert? I'd go to 1936 and I'd let Dr. Albert Einstein jack me off. And I said, wow, that's a stroke of genius. I don't know how you came up with that. Hey, thanks so much. My name's Robert Barry.
Give it up for Robert Berry, ladies and gentlemen. It's true. I wanted to get a stroke of genius. It's true. All right, you know what I have to do. I have to do my last impression of the night. Here's my impression of T-Pain being interviewed by the police because he just got assaulted by a woman at a nightclub. All right, Mr. Payne, I understand you've been assaulted. Can you tell me a little bit about what she was wearing? Well, Shotty had them apple-bottom jeans. What else was she wearing? Boots with the fur. What the fur? Did anyone else see this attack happen? He's like, the whole club was looking at her. Thank you. God, thank you. Good movies you seen tonight. What was your favorite part? I like that part too. So, but here's the thing, the shit part. Who did the shit jokes? Who did all? It was you, right? You did like, here's the shit. So here's something I like to do because this is being recorded. So I want to hear your guys' ideas. If you guys can hear a topic for next month, what would you want to hear people talk about? Come? Imagine the flyer. The subject line, come. Like, we can market that. Any others? Please? Don't make us do a show about cum, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we can do 8 minutes. Yeah, we can. We could do 8 minutes about cum. No. That's a good one. Could we all do 8 minutes of just losing virginity? Some of us haven't lost our virginity yet. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. Losing virginity. Come. Any more before we end this? What? Are you trying to get us canceled? What the fuck? Where's your KKK hood at? What the fuck? You're just being like, race jokes. This isn't a Donald Trump rally. What the fuck? I'm making. I don't know him. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out. Please give it up for Stab one more time for having us. And if you guys want to stay, afterwards, they have the Comedy Yacht Club with Heather Rowe. It's going to be a fantastic show. If you guys want to stay, it starts at 9. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Get home safe. Have a great night. Thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody. That is the subject line. But as Jordan said, Comedy Yacht Club will begin in about 14 minutes. That's what the clock says. So if you want to stick around, see me up front. I can upgrade that ticket, and we'll get you another hour of comedy. But if you're done with us for the night, well, awesome. Check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. You can see what else we've got going on. We're here live Thursday through Sunday. We stream 6 nights a week. Just check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. Comedy Yacht Club will begin in about 13-ish minutes.
I wanna you like an animal. I wanna feel you from the inside. I wanna you like an animal. My whole existence is blind. You bring me closer to God. You can have my isolation. You can have vacated brains. You can have my absence of hate. You can have my everything. Help me tear down my reason. Help me, it's your sex I can smell. Help me, you make me perfect. Help me become somebody else. I wanna, you like an animal. I wanna feel you from the inside. I wanna, you like an animal. My whole existence is blind. You bring me closer to God. Come on, ladies, break it down. Through every forest, above the trees, within my stomach, scraped up my knees. I drink the honey inside your hive. You are the reason I stay alive. I wanna feel you from the inside. I wanna you like an animal. My whole existence is blind. I wanna my whole existence is blind. I wanna you like an animal.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows, hides the face, lies the snake, and the sun in my disgrace. Boiling heat, summer stench, neath the blackless sky looks dead. Call my name through the crane, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Start a rain, cold and damp, steal the warm with tired spread. Times are gone for honest man, and sometimes far too long for snakes. In my shoes, walking slim, in my soul I pray to keep. Heaven sent hell away. No one sings like you anymore. Black hole sun, I won't you come, ba 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 ba, wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Hang my head, drown my fears, till you all just disappear. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come?
Almost 7, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. All my memories gather round her. Minus lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Mountain mama, take me home, country roads. I hear a voice in the morning, how she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road.
Load up on gun, bring your friends. It's fun to pretend she's overboard, self-assured. Oh no, I dirty word. Hello, 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 hello. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertainers. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, I'm worse at what I do best and forgive. I feel blessed. Our little group always been and always will be until the end. Hello, 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 how low? Hello, hello. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertainers. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertainers of the night. And albino, a mosquito.
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Comedy Yacht Club. Please welcome to the stage your host, Antonia LaVey.
Hello. How's everyone doing? Doing good. Excellent turnout. It is. This is a hit show. This is the most. I don't know. This used to be this to give you a little background on the lore of this show. This used to be a comedy show that was hosted by the host, the extraordinary world-renowned comic Heather Rogue, and who's very endeared by everyone. And unfortunately, she passed away. Now, the official coroner's report said that she died from autoerotic asphyxiation, but when she passed away, the show was inherited by her ex-wife and her new lover, and they rented the show out to various groups, such as a seance group, paranormal investigators, who found the ghost of Heather Rogue still haunting these halls. And Heather Rogue told them that she was murdered. And so the United States government has hired this satanic cult here, which is myself and the other members of the cult. I don't know where they went, but they're around. Hey, cult members, come on over. So here's the satanic cult. Here's our torch, our candle. This is a California satanic cult candle. Welcome, members. This is this is just, I had this laying around. This is like toilet material, really. But this is one of the many satanic Bibles you can read. This one's written by the I think he was like a cat fucker. There's a lot of ways to practice Satanism. I don't discriminate. We don't fuck cats. We just pretend to be cats and fuck each other. It's easy, it's consensual that way. A cat cannot consent to sex. Consent is very important to us Satanists. It's like our one thing. Like, you can do what you want, but like, don't, if someone says stop, like, you get it, right? You look like you're right on the same page there. Yeah, you don't put weird things in people's drinks. Of course not. Just alcohol. Okay. I believe him. I do. What? You don't believe him? Did he not pass the vibe check for you? Okay, so he definitely didn't pass the vibe check. I mean, I worry about, what? You guys are great. What's his name? Kevin? How long you been together? A long time. 12 years. This is not a comedy show, so I'm gonna take that, because this is a satanic. This used to be a comedy show. It is currently being rented out to us, a very serious satanic cult. We do not joke around. We have a satanic Bible. I'll read you a passage right now. History shows that men who have given their own lives in pursuit. Okay, this is really boring. I tried really hard. I don't, and as a satanic cult, like, we believe in the devil and shit like that. What we got going on tonight is in order for us to summon Heather Rogue so that she can be deposed as a witness to testify against her alleged murderers, we have to sacrifice 3 virgins. So we brought you 3 virgins to sacrifice one at a time. And the first virgin we're going to bring up is Paul Doyle. We're going to bring up Paul Doyle. He's a virgin. And we're going to let him give his last words before we murder him.
I thought there was murdering happening. How are you? Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. Seriously, are you guys doing all right? What's going on? You guys, I'm getting a weird vibe. Okay. You guys are having fun so far? Okay. I'm into Satan. Hail Satan. All right, we're good? Okay, yeah. All right, hail Satan. All right, here we go. I was not prepped to come up here. I had no idea what they were gonna do. You know, I honestly, I am very happy that you guys are here. Like, this is awesome. I've been doing comedy for a long time. My parents, they absolutely hate that I do comedy. They hate even more that I'm a Satanist. But they just hate that I do comedy. They are not supportive of my stand-up. They have actually never been to one of my shows. They hate my stand-up so much, in fact, that they actually send me death threats. Yeah. But they're death threats that they're gonna die soon. So, all right. So, I might know some of you guys, but most of you guys probably don't know me. I'll let you know a little bit about me. Before I ever started doing stand-up comedy, I was actually in a band, and I was the head singer of that band, and I was kicked out of that band. And I don't really know why. Maybe because I was being an asshole. I really don't understand why I was kicked out though, because it was a one-man band. So all right, you guys are warming up. All right, hail Satan. All right, this is the way we do it. This is the way we do it. Hail the dark blood Satan. I'm actually over COVID. I got divorced. I feel how that ruins the energy in this room. Just my ex-wife used to be black. She's still black. She's just not my wife anymore. You guys ever? Okay, so this is like a good way to describe my relationship with my ex-wife. Okay, you guys ever been in a relationship where you're like, this probably shouldn't have gone past like a one-night stand, and like before you know it, you're trying to kill the baby? That might be the most satanic joke that I have. All right, that was like killing babies. All right, this is. Are you guys? Who's here? Are you guys all single? What does that mean? How are you not a Satanist? Look at this hair. You have that like vibe, the black and the. Well, you should be wearing all black. I'm not wearing any black. You're not wearing any black? What is wrong with my eyes? Well, hail Satan then, right? So you are single. You're single. You're single. You're single. Who's single? You guys aren't single, right? These aren't. Okay. I don't mean to make you guys feel uncomfortable. I'm just trying to get into the next joke. That's really all I'm trying to do. I just don't want to. Just trying to ease the transition into my next bit. Like, that's really I'm trying to. I'm not really a crowd work guy. It's not really a thing. Like, where do you work? I really don't care. So I'm single now, obviously because of the divorce, right? And so I've been going on dates, and I recently went on a date with a girl who is. I like to drink, and so I like to. Not only do I like to drink, I like to like black out drink. Like I like to hit it hard, right? So. I went on a date with this girl. This is okay. Scale back for a second. This is how much I like to drink. Okay, you guys ever been so drunk that you went to go pee in the toilet, you suddenly realize there's somebody still sitting on it? Yes. All right, so that's the type of drunk that I like to go. But this girl was like, I don't like guys who drink because your body is created by God and is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And then like 5 minutes later, that bitch asked me for a cigarette. So dating's been going really weird. It's been strange. I'm on Bumble, and not really a fan, but I matched with this girl who's Latina, and like Latina women are my absolute favorite. You guys ever like in the dating world, you want to like learn how to get better at life so you could be better on the dating market? You got like update your skills, right? Yeah, okay. So like I wanted to learn Spanish just so I could talk to this girl, right? So I downloaded Duolingo, and it's I think I'm doing pretty good. It's taken me about 2 or 3 weeks to learn how to say I have a thing for your sister. So I'm gonna try out a couple of new risky ones with you guys. Do you guys on board for that? Okay. All right. This is a true story. I was actually I was seeing a girl, and I had a woman that she called me the wrong name in bed. She was like, "Oh, Pat, deeper, Pat, deeper," and I'm like, "It's Paul. My name is Paul. It's Paul." And then she's like, "Pat, harder, harder, Pat, harder." I'm like, it's Paul. You know, it's Paul. And like after a while, like I had to go like, "Okay, like just get off me. You do you know like what my name is?" And she's like, "Your name's Pat, right?" "No, it's Paul. My name's Paul." And then she goes, "Do you know what my name is?" And I'm like, "I have no clue at all. Like absolutely not at all." Yeah, I just had a brain fart. Sorry. Who here? You guys like leg guys, ass guys, boob guys? I'm not including just the guys. I recently broke up with a woman because her boobs were too big, and hang with me, okay? Some people they scale back with this bit because it's like, why do you not like? It's just for me. Like I was married to a woman with very small boobs, so like big boobs is just a lot. It's like it's like too much of a good thing. Like example would be like, have you guys ever like had pizza for lunch? And you're like, "Man, that was like really good pizza," right? And then like later, your buddy comes over, and it's maybe a Friday night, and he's like, what do you want to eat?" And he's like, "Do you want to order a pizza?" And you're like, "No, I've already had." So like, big boobs is like that for me. It's just too much. It's too much pizza. Like that's just too much of a good thing. It's just too much to handle. Like you ever like, it's like trying to put away like a sleeping bag into like, and you're just kind of trying to shove. It's just a lot. Or like you put away like I don't know, like a roll away couch or something. Like it's too much. It's just so much of it's a good thing. Like I had no idea. Like I thought that like I'm pretty dumb. Okay, so like I thought that like double D's were like the biggest that you could have. I thought double D's were absolutely. And I'm totally wrong. I asked a friend of mine who's a woman. She's got pretty big boobs, and she's like. And I was like, "Is this double D's the biggest, right?" And she's like, "No, honey. Like they get way bigger. Like this is." And I was like, "They get way bigger?" I was like, "Did they go to E's?" And she's like, "Uh-huh." It's like, "Are there F's?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's F's." And I was like, "Are there G's?" And she's like, "Uh-huh." And then I swear to you guys, like my natural reaction to that was, "Geez Louise." Like, I had no idea. Okay, so I remember the joke I've forgotten. Okay, so this story is also true. It is the closest that I've ever gotten to bestiality. I was seeing this woman who had too many dogs, and then you guys are supposed to go, "What's too many dogs?" That I need way better than that. That was I can't just have you, man. I need like the whole. Okay, like guys, as a collective, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. There we go. That's what I'm talking. That's how to be an audience. Okay, thank you. Okay, so she had too many dogs, and you walk in, and it was like it smells, and you're like. Like they were rescue dogs, and you're like, who rescued who? Like it's just like what happened here? But you know, like I was drunk and still, you know, was still into it. And like that night, I let the devil take the wheel. Hail Satan! And I let the devil take the wheel, and so I decided to do it anyways. And so like we start hooking up, and like the dogs are into it, and it felt like we were in some type of like satanic ritual. Like in the middle, one of the dogs was just like, "Arr!" Like it was a weird thing. And then like I look up, and then like one of her pit bulls is just like right here, just like. And I'm in mid coitus, so she's just, and like I think all of you guys in this room all have the same safe word. Everyone's safe word in this room is pitbull. Like so you're just out at that point. All right, I probably should get up out of here. Oh wasn't sure what I'm supposed to do. Now that Heather's dead, she can't light me. All right, would you guys? All right, so I appreciate you guys going through all this journey with me as I. Are we having fun? Yeah, you guys are having fun. Okay, so I'm gonna. You guys want to hear like the dirty? Normally I work kind of clean. You guys want to hear like the dirtiest joke that I've ever written ever in my life? Okay. All right, I'm just. This is on you now. So if you guys don't like this. This is your fault, okay? All right, you ready? All right, so I'm getting older. I recently had to get glasses, and I used to watch pornography without glasses. And now that I have glasses, I could tell that the women are underage. Thank you guys very much.
Give it up for Paul Doyle. Paul Doyle, go ahead. Go ahead and help yourself to some cake and pussy in the other room. Just cake and pussy in the other room. Shut the door. Shut the door. All right. How's everyone doing? Thank you all for coming to this. A lot of applause for a satanic sacrifice, but I'm glad you guys are enjoying your satanic sacrifice. That guy had some interesting final words. I would have chosen different final words myself. But anyways, that's one down for Satan. For Heather Rogue to be summoned from the pit of hell so that she can be deposed as a witness against her alleged murders. Let's tell a quick joke. I don't know why not. Any time thieves in here? We got any you time thief? Yeah. Nice. That's it. So I love time theft. All right, my boss caught me taking a shit the other day, and he's like, "Get back to work," right? And I was like, why? He's like, that's time theft. I was like, time theft? So then I started taking a shit every chance I could, right? Because it sounds so freaking cool. Are you kidding me? I'm a time thief? That's like being a sci-fi pirate. That's freaking awesome. I'm a time thief. I can steal time. I am taking a shit every chance I get now, right? Like, constantly in the bathroom at work, just feeling like a freaking pirate. But then Jean-Claude Van Damme breaks through the stall, right? He's like, I hit some with time thieves in here. He's a time cop, you get it? He's the time cop. All right, yeah, all right, let's bring up your next ritual sacrifice. Fuck you. You're really honestly keeping me going this whole time. I'm just making direct eye contact with you. I know, it's the best, right? And then they make it sound cool, like. All right, let's bring up your next. Stop interrupting. Let's bring up your next ritual sacrifice. I mean, comedian to person who is gonna get pussy and cake after they tell some word, not their final words, just some random words to all of you who are just gonna enjoy it as much as you have been. Give it up for my good friend Lourdes. Ayon, everybody! Woo! Woo! Woo!
Thank you. Hey, how's it going? Nice. This seems like a nice little crowd here. So, I felt given that, there's a satanic cult outside or in here. Hail Satan! I felt that it would be appropriate to talk about funerals. How do you guys feel about that? I feel like it's appropriate with the theme if we can talk about funerals. So the reason why I'm going to tell you guys a story about funerals is there's really nothing funny about a funeral. There really isn't, unless you've been to a Mexican funeral, and then there's just all kinds of things going on. Have you been to a Mexican funeral? It's not funny, but it's crazy, right? It's crazy. And so, and again, nothing funny about it. My grandfather died. It's very sad. And everybody was really sad. And the craziness ensued as soon as the casket started getting lowered into the ground, right? That's when it just started happening. The whole nuts, the party got started. My aunt started crying, wailing, at the coffin, saying, wake up, right, my tia. Then my second tia, my tia Pati, not to be outdone by her sister, decided to jump into the hole with him, right? Yes, and before you judge, I'll ask you, if you, when you die, if there isn't somebody in the room trying to jump in the hole with you, did you even live? Right? I'm just saying. And then it turns into a sibling rivalry because now my third aunt, my tia Juana, just passes out completely. It just passes out on the ground. And the moment this happens, everybody in the room starts, well, not in the room, but outside, just freaks out, right? And they all jump on top of her to try and help, right? Just all these people. And I look at this whole scene and I'm freaking out because I'm thinking they're going to suffocate her. They're going to suffocate my aunt. So I jump into the crowd and start pulling people off of her before she gets hurt. And as I'm moving hands and bodies off of her, I start hearing Mexican home remedies in the background being called out, right? Like somebody's like, put some Vicks on her, right? And it's like, that's our cure-all remedy in Mexico. Like everybody uses Vicks for everything. I'm surprised that somebody wasn't trying to rub it on my grandfather so he would wake up, right? And then somebody else is like, rub some alcohol on her, right? Which sounds weird, but in Mexico we believe alcohol is like smelling salts. Definitely not the case, but that's what we believe in. And so I'm still in it, right? I'm still in the crowd trying to pull everybody out as much as I can. And as I'm going and I'm hearing all these things that sound vaguely familiar, I hear somebody say, massage your heart. And that one I was like, the fuck? Like I was weird, but I'm on the ground. I'm pulling things out. And as I peel off the final layers of people from my aunt. And when I get to her, I see her on the ground, and there she is, completely passed out. But then there's also a giant hairy hand, deep inside her shirt, massaging her heart, right? Just completely. And then when I see this, I just freeze, and I'm like, and then the hand just slithers away. It just goes away. Who was it? How long was the hand there? I don't know. I have no idea. And okay, obvious violation aside, right? This whole thing was terrifying. But the reason why it was so, even more so for me, traumatic was that I grew up in Mexico. In the 70s, there was all kinds of, now I'm dating myself, in the 70s, there's all kinds of movies and stories about killer hairy hands coming to get you, right? Not cute Addams Family hand and shit. These are hands that were possessed by the devil and they were out walking around to get you. And what we called it la mano peluda, right? And here it was, la mano peluda was deep inside my aunt's shirt, just cupping a feel. And it was terrifying. The whole thing was terrifying. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. My aunt finally came to, right? And she wakes up, and later on that afternoon, I'm telling my aunt, hey tia, I'm sorry, this happened when you were laying down, somebody mano peluda up in your shirt, I don't know what happened. And then my tia Pati, the one who's trying to jump in the hole with her, comes out and she's like, ay mija, your tia. Her tits are so long and withered, like a tube sock with a marble on the bottom of it. If that mano peluda wanted a cup of feel, it needed to be feeling on her stomach. And that's what she needed to be doing. And my tia Pati, she's crazy. She's the one that, again, she's trying to jump into the hole. In fact, she knows that I'm doing this stand-up, and she will harass me on Facebook and say, I'm going to show up to one of your shows. I'm like, tia, please don't. Don't. She would want to take over, and she's just absolutely crazy. She comes complete, with her own words and curse words in English, she'll talking about Chuck E. Cheese, motherfucker, right? Because she feels like Chuck E. Cheese is insulting enough to be paired with motherfucker. She just feels like this is her thing. And she's incredibly, everything is a sexual innuendo. She can turn anything into a sexual innuendo. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar here with the song Cucurucucu Paloma, which is an iconic mariachi song, right? Super about love and love lost, right? So she turned this song about love and turned it into like sex and blowjobs and like she absolutely did without changing the lyrics to the song. So do you guys want to hear it? Do you want to hear it more or less? Do you want to see what she did? So like we would have these parties growing up, and there was always a live band playing growing up. So much so that when we moved to the United States, I was like, "Where's the band?" Like that, I didn't know that was not a thing, but it was a thing in our home. There was always a live band. And the band would inevitably play this song, and she would just come up on stage with all 5 foot nothing of her, and just would like take over. And she would start, and this is how the song goes. But this is my aunt. Oh, wait. And I have to tell you that the family and the aunts and the uncles would be like, "Oh, come on, kids, everybody line up. We're gonna have a show." And so all of us were so excited. We're like front row, sitting up, watching a show. We were thinking some clowns or something was gonna come on. We didn't know it was a Tia Pati. And so she would just start, and she would be like, "Cucurucucu, paloma, ¿qué van a saber de amores?" Again, this is thank you. And so this is us sitting front row watching my kind of like you guys right here, and I'm like, yeah, like right with just a bunch of little kids. We thought we were gonna watch a clown. We didn't know it was gonna be Tia Pati's sex show and shit. Like I don't know, I was gonna be learning about masturbation and blowjobs. So I'm so good at it now. I really am. Just anyway. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm very good at it. This is horrible. Okay. Yes, so that's my Tia Pati for you. So if you ever, like, heaven forbid she does show up at a show and I do this particular set in front of her, I think she would. I don't know. I think she would like it. She'd be like, "Let me do it for real." Knowing her, for real. Okay, so does anybody have anxiety in the house? Thank God, I have a shit ton of anxiety. I'm feeling it right now. Actually, you know how hard it is for me to like play masturbate in front of people this close to me? Like that is really scary. That is like by far probably the scariest thing ever. So my therapist told me that the best way to manage anxiety is to make friends with it, right? But my anxiety is a bully and a chola at that, right? So she'll come to me right as I'm falling asleep, right in the moment when I'm trying to I'm just kind of falling off. She'll just come to me out of nowhere and she'll be like, "Hey, you're gonna die someday." Right? And I'm like, "Oh shit, that's terrifying." So I wake up, I can't go back to sleep. And she also gets me when I'm chilling at home, just watching TV, not a care in the world. Right when I'm just like, at that moment, she'll just come out of nowhere and she'll be like, "Hey, I don't know, no sé, pero like, if you died right now, like right now, like literally, it would literally take like 3 to 4 days for somebody to find your body." And then she just walks away and she's like, "All right, then girl, I'll see you tonight." And the whole thing is terrifying. The thought of that is terrifying for somebody to for me to die alone, because I'm single at the time, right? And I'm thinking, fuck yes, it would take 3 to 5 days for somebody to find my body. So I needed to find a boyfriend stat. So I went out there, I went out there and got me whoever I can find. He wasn't properly vetted. I just didn't want to be found. I just wanted to be found like right away if I died spontaneously, right? I don't want to be like bloated and stiff and fucking, I don't want to go out an embarrassing death. Like that's just, as it is, like I'm so self-conscious. I don't want to be like after death, like fuck, that would be horrible. So I find myself this sex addict, right? I know, it was great. It was, oh, you guys are together as sex addicts? Okay. So I find this sex addict, and it was a lot of fun, but then I'm trying to do, some ass play. I'm trying to put fingers in that area, and like, he doesn't want any of that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, leave it to me to find the only, I don't know, sex addicts with boundaries and shit. I was like, come on. So he would have nothing to do with that. So now I'm single and just, looking for a nice guy I can finger. So anyway, all right, that's my time, and I'm gonna bring back your cult leader. Thank you, guys.
very inspiring. Go ahead and follow the other cult members out for some cake and dick. A lot of dick. You're gonna get a lot of dick. All right, you guys. We're in between comics again, or I mean sacrifices, which means that it's time for me to work more material. Yeah, I wouldn't go in there right now. Just maybe wait for a second. She's eating cake right now and getting dicked. That's just the sound of her getting dick. That's how I sound when I get, right? You too, right? Yeah. Do your best I'm getting dick scream right now for everyone. Wow, is that from your dick? Is that what your dick? Just That's how I imagine. You know what's something cool is that it's actually there's a correlation between dick size and nose size. Yeah. So he has the bigger, that's the top right there. Out of the two of you. But you got a cool looking nose, which probably means your dick is pretty cool. Did anyone, when last time you sent a dick pic, what'd they say about it? He said, "What is this?" That's phenomenal. So orcas have been taking down boats. Did you guys hear about this? I just heard about this. Orcas have been straight up taking down boats. I don't know any details about it. I've been busy doing this, but like sacrificing people. But I'm for the orcas. I'm on Team Orca, right? Everyone else, Team Orca, of course, right? I don't even know who owns the boats. Anytime there's an animal versus a human, unless it's a baby, I'm usually on the side of the animal, right? Especially like a big old boat. It's like if a lion took down a bus, I'd be on Team Lion too. I'd be like, damn, that's freaking. And then they're teaching other orcas how to take down boats. So we have like an insurgency of whales right now trying to. All right, I'm gonna bring up your next comic. There's no punchline for this. I got laughs on not having that. I hate when that happens. That's that's the worst laugh when you get like the let me tag this horrible bomb that I just did and like people just laugh at the fact that you broke the tension. Oh my God, kill me. It does though. It's a dirty high, but damn it, I'll take it. That's another way you can just get the audience. Excuse me, COVID. Everyone cheer for Satan. Hey, Satan! Any fans of the moon in here? We got any fans? Yeah, everyone. What the fuck? Everyone loves the fucking moon. Kill this man. Who's not a fan of the moon? Everyone cheers for the moon. You ever take a picture of the moon? Yeah, a lot. Why are you ruining my joke right now? Has anyone ever taken a picture of the moon? Why don't you just like sit back and find out? Someone's gonna say if they have. You're about to get killed by one of my satanic cult members right now. I like how, oh wait, did we let that other guy leave without, damn it, Lorda's husband escaped without getting sacrificed. I knew he was gonna puss out. Oh, damn. Getting cake and dick, that's what I meant, from getting cake and dick. All right, you guys, we're going to bring up Stephen Ferris. Are you guys ready for the best comedian in the whole world? Good. This guy's pretty good, too. A big fan of Stephen Ferris, everybody. Come up and say some words before you get cake and pussy.
What do you guys want to do? You want to do head? Just down here too. You guys don't want to laugh? What was that? You guys want to laugh though? Yeah. All right. Might have to buy a VGA cable for my dad. You guys know what VGA cables are? Worse than DisplayPort. I mean, you guys know what DisplayPort is? He does. I mean, the worst. VGA is worse than what, DVI and HDMI too. Not to mention DisplayPort. And my dad, he's asking me for a VGA cable. Actually, what he wanted was he wanted a VGA to HDMI cable. And I was like, you can't do that. You could go the other way. You could do HDMI to VGA. Because, see, VGA, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's built into the HDMI spec with DVI too. Sometimes, not all the time. But like if you had a computer and this is the situation, it's like he's got a computer and he's got this TV and he's like, how do I connect them? That's why he wants this VGA cable. And the computer only has VGA on it. TV's got HDMI. If it was the other way around, then maybe you could get, HDMI computer, VGA on the TV. Maybe you could do that. But it's not that way. It's the other way from that. So I was like, you probably have to get some kind of a device to go in between them that would basically take the VGA signal and then turn it into an HDMI signal to put on the TV. And it's like, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to do that before, but that kind of stuff just never really works out that well. So then I asked him, I was like, does your TV have those RCA jacks on the back that are red, green, and blue? And he's like, let me go check. A few hours later, another text. And he's like, yeah, they're on there. So I'm like, so just get a VGA to RGB, red, green, and blue cable. And so that's what I might have to get, because I feel I told him it's like $10 on Amazon, but I feel like that was kind of a dick thing to do. Maybe I should have just bought it, right? I used to have one because I had a projector that had VGA in, right? And then I had a I had a Blu-ray player that had the RGB on it. And so I would, that's what I would do, is I would plug the, I didn't do it all the time, but sometimes I would plug the, once they're plugged in, you can leave them. I didn't have to plug it in there that often. Probably probably did it, I don't know, less than 10 times in the, how many years how many years did I have that projector? I probably had it for 10 years. It's like one time a year, But I don't have that cable anymore, because I don't think I do, because I got I got rid of that projector, and I was like, I want to be like a good person, I didn't want to I don't want to get rid of the. Oh no, what, should I pause? I feel like I should pause. Okay. Oh no. Maybe we should sacrifice this guy. Yeah. Oh my god. All right. All this is getting. Wow. That happens to me sometimes, like allergies and whatnot. You just blow your nose so many times. All right. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to make sure the guy that got the projector, I haven't made, because it had a remote that I never used. I made sure he got that too. Traded it for a 12-inch power book. I got a stack of power books at home. I was trading stuff for him. So anyway, I have some other VGA cables. It's like anytime you buy a monitor, at least probably they throw one in there. It's got like the blue ends on it. I never had to buy a VGA cable, like not for a long time. There was, there's probably a time in my life when I would have bought one, and maybe I think I did. Probably a couple of times, got a Fry's, and I'm like, just walking through all the aisles and stuff, and I'm like, hey, I could use a VGA cable, maybe a little longer one. My dad had one that was like 50 feet long, maybe it's 25 feet. I think it was 50, and I was like, what are you gonna do with it? Like, he gave it to me after a while. And I was like, this would be cool if like I wanted to like set up my desk in one room with the computer and then put the monitor in the other room. But then it's like it sucks. Like you'd have to get like he didn't give me like a 50-foot USB cable to go with it. Right? So it's like, cool, I can see what's on the screen, but now I have to like walk back in the other room to type. Or move the mouse even, Gonna get sacrificed pretty soon. I'm actually supposed to be an altar boy at my church tomorrow. We'll see if that works out. I don't know. But I don't know. My dad, he ended up replacing the VGA cable with HDMI one. It's an upgrade. I mean, HDMI, is it as good as DisplayPort? I don't know. Like, probably not. Maybe. But, he wanted to upgrade. So, but I'm like, eventually what? Is he going to get a 50-foot DisplayPort cable? And then I'm going to inherit the HDMI one. Because I don't even use the 50-foot VGA. It's just like in the bottom of a box. I'm like, I put them in there together. Like, hey, did you used to be in that guy's basement? And then he gave you to his son. I don't know. Start talking to each other. I don't know what this is, like cable story, like Toy Story. Yeah. But yeah, all right. I guess I'll get sacrificed. So, cult leader is coming back up here, the baseball bat thing.
Give it up for Stephen Ferris, everyone. Give it up. Oh no. Thank you. That was your last act of kindness. Your last act upon this world was a gesture of politeness. You're just gonna get pussy and cake. We're not. No, don't worry. And then once you're done giving him pussy and cake, come on out here because we're gonna be done and we're gonna be ready to summon Heather Rogue from hell, so that she can be deposed as a witness against her alleged murderers. We will finally see justice. We will finally see justice. It's been so long. Don't worry about that. Look, the first time a virgin gets pussy, that's what it sounds like. How's everyone doing? Yeah, you guys are doing great. He's doing real good. He's ready to watch somebody get sacrificed. I mean, you guys are down for like bloodshed, I can tell. If we could have probably been killing him right in front of you guys and you would have been down, huh? I can tell. You like sacrifice. Let's go ahead and resurrect. We gotta make a circle. Do you have any? Hey, where's the nosebleeder? Let's draw a circle of blood. We need to draw a circle of blood to summon Satan. Summon Satan out of the. Here, we really just need a humidifier for. I don't have a very strong punch, but you're on T. You punch him. Okay, this is our candle. We're California Satanists. Let's go ahead and just everyone watch. We're gonna start a little circle. Come on. Why are you sick or something? Come on over here. All right. Now, let me read from the Satanic Bible. Can you hold this for a second? You can entertain people. Okay. Not compulsion. The highest plateau of human development is awareness of the flesh. Satanism encourages its followers to indulge in their natural desires. Only by so desiring can you be a completely satisfied person with no frustrations which can be harmful to yourself and others around you. Therefore, the most simplified description of satanic belief is where's the demons? Is there here conjuration of lust? Oh, all right, let's go ahead. What does that say? Sabazonios.
Yeah, that's the.
What the fuck? Where? We were supposed to summon Heather Rogue. You were not her.
Even the gates of hell have absorbed what was once a comedy yacht club. You thought you had a comedy yacht club, but it is absorbed by the glory of hell. Praise Satan!
The United States government is supposed to be deposing Heather Rogue as a witness. You're the devil? You're not supposed to be here.
The devil is here. You're welcome.
What are you gonna do about it? Go away.
Oh, you may cast me away now. The rules of the Stab Comedy Club prevents the devil from controlling and reigning forever. But you! Now!
No, what are you doing?
Now! The torture, the pain, the anguish! You see yourself wetting your panties! You pee-peed in your panties! Everybody laughs! Ha 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 ha! Yes, you've been cursed. You many kittens upon thee! May the kittens cover thee and crush thee to death! Welcome the torture of Satan and kittens upon thee! You with this soulless gaze and steel heart, you. You will fill the emptiness inside of you. You will fill and fill and fill and fill and fill and Dr. Phil and fill your void until you have exploded. Hail Satan! You will return a month from now, the third Friday of the month at 9 p.m., and you will be here for Pride Month, as the Pride Month Comedy Yacht Club is hosted by the devil. Welcome back. Good night to all. May you torture yourselves until tomorrow.
All right. So that was Satan, and they'll be hosting the show next month. So, get your tickets in advance. But thanks for coming out, guys. That is Comedy Yachclub. That is the end of the night for us. But we do stuff all the time. Tomorrow, for example, we've got more stand-up. We've got podcast recording. Check out stabcomedytheater.com. Check out everything that we do. We stream here 6 nights a week. We're live in person Thursdays through Sundays. Thanks for joining us, all you new followers, you new friends, all of our friends from Dr. Stratman. Good to see you guys. So check us out. We've got stuff going on 6 nights a week. Check stabcomedytheater.com for the full calendar of events. I'm going to send you guys over to Ben Monster, our good friend Ben Monster. It looks like they're still going. They're still going? Yes, looks like they're still going. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Hold on for the raid.
This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my systems blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Whoa, whoa, I'm radioactive, radioactive. Whoa, whoa, I'm radioactive, radioactive. All systems go, the sun hasn't died. Deep in my bones, straight from inside. I'm waking up.
People want to know. Grab a chip, some soup. I don't know. You gotta have
Welcome to the
something.
new age, to the new age. Welcome to